NBA playoffs started this past weekend, and we got you covered. We got reactions from game ones all around the league and playoffs, as well as some upcoming game twos today and tomorrow. Stay tuned for more on the Pick and Roll podcast. All right, you good? We've already been recording. All right.
We've been recording.
Yeah. NBA playoffs. They've started. That's fun. Grizzlies, Thunder, and Pacers, Bucks are about to start. Welcome back, y'all, to the Pick and Roll podcast. My name is Kofer. I'm alongside Zach Dorosic. We're here. We're actually not awake at 10 a.m. or whatever the fuck last time we did it at. But, you know, Zach said that he was tired, so he's kind of grinding right now.
No more rising and grinding.
Yeah. It's 4 p.m. on a Tuesday afternoon here in Phoenix. Sorry, I'm watching the pregame show. Anyways, we're back. Playoffs started. I was fun to watch over the weekend. I'm not gonna lie. I've been praying for times like this, man. And yeah, we're here to talk about it with y'all. I mean, I'm still just like kind of processing. Like, we're still in the playoffs. Like, yeah, it's only games 1 and 2 kind of going on right now, but like, we're here, and I love it, and I'm here for it. And yeah, so let's just get into it. We'll start with the first 3 series that we don't give a fuck about. Cavs Heat, LMAO. Thunder Grizzlies, LMAO. Celtics Magic, LMAO. Holy fuck, those were some boring ass games to watch. We can skip over those. What do you react?
Whoa. I mean, let's skip over the Celtics Magic series now. Tatum isn't going to play the next game.
Oh, I know, but I'm talking about game 1. I'm just talking about game 1.
Maybe the Magic take a game.
See, here's the thing. If the Magic take game 2, bro, you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah. Nah. The Celtics will win in Orlando, bro. Come on.
Yeah, I know. But, I mean, at the same time, though, I got to turn this game off, bro. I'm getting way too distracted. Sorry. At the same time, though, like Tatum's probably not going to play game 2. Is he doubtful or is he out officially?
I think he's officially out. I thought I saw something not that long ago that said he was out.
I heard that he was doubtful. Yeah, he's listed as doubtful right now as of 3 hours ago. But obviously they play tomorrow.
I would have sworn he was out. Let me look through my Twitter notifications.
Well, they play tomorrow, so it'll probably be upgraded to out by the time the game starts because they have the late slate, don't they?
No, Sean said doubtful. That's why I was thinking.
Yeah. I know. Oh, never mind. They play in the 4 o'clock slot tomorrow. So, I mean, obviously they still have over 24 hours to figure out what they want to do with him.
Yeah.
He's probably going to be a game time decision. But at the end of the day, even if he doesn't play, I'd rather, if I was Celtics, I'd rather have him not play because you still have Jaylen Brown, Drew Holiday, Derek White, Payne Pritchard, all those guys that can score a bucket for you. So, and
also,
they won.
Not to mention you're at home, so I think you rest Tatum and give him a shot to get there.
Yeah, 100%. And they already won by 20, or is that 19? That's 19. No, 17. They won by 17 in game 1, and I mean, that's basically like 3/4 of Tatum's production, 17 points. And you can definitely find that margin in other players on your team. So I think they'll be fine with resting Tatum.
Shout out Baylor. They got guys coming off the bench who could do that, you know.
Bro,
maybe
exactly.
Not a playoff atmosphere, maybe not against the Magic's defense, but
still, I mean, like,
there are guys out there who could do that for them.
Yeah, I think everybody in the world can trust Boston without Tatum against the Magic in the series, or even just in one game. So I don't even think it's going to be that bad of a thing, though. Like, even if Orlando wins tomorrow when Tatum doesn't play, I'm honestly going to take Boston to win games 3 and 4 on the road. So, like, it's not really going to matter that much, but it is something to keep an eye on, definitely.
Yeah, no, but shout out to the Warriors and Rockets for really saving Sunday night slate. I mean, I personally didn't get to watch the game live, but it was the best game. It was the best game of the day by a good margin.
Yeah, I mean, when you have obviously the top 3 teams in the league playing, I mean, they're also playing like very bottom feeding teams in their conference. Yeah. I mean, you're not going to get that great of a game, but then Warriors Rockets, obviously that's the series that people are looking at. Like, that could be the upset. quote unquote upset, I guess, in a way.
I don't
Seven over
know.
two.
A lot of people picked the Warriors,
Yeah, I'm
including
talking. I'm talking
both of
like
us.
upset based off like seeding. 7 over 2. I think that's probably like the only one that's people are actually looking at. Like, yeah. And I have a question for you: is Golden State now the team to beat, or not the team to beat, the team that
But
has the best shot at beating OKC in the West?
I don't give them much of a chance to beat OKC personally. I really just think OKC is too solid for the Warriors to be able to keep up with them.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
Warriors are a great defending team. You never know what you're going to get when you have Jimmy, all-time great playoff performer, and Jimmy Butler, and all-time great playoff performer, and Steph Curry together.
Yeah, I mean,
The Warriors are really they're a mixed bag. Their ceiling could be so high, but they could also be so low at the same time.
yeah,
It's very difficult to place the Warriors in these playoffs.
yeah, it is. But in terms of like, yeah, I'll kind of rephrase the question for you because I 100% agree with you. I think OKC is in a league of its own. Um, not even just in the Western Conference. I think just in the NBA itself right now. But can Golden State make a conference finals run?
Uh, I wouldn't pick them over the Lakers or the Wolves, but I also wouldn't put it past the Warriors to make it to the conference finals. I wouldn't say it's absurd to say, but
Yeah,
it wouldn't be my pick.
yeah, I wouldn't be like completely surprised by it if they made a run. Um, I got this kind of I said this last episode too. It kind of reminds me of their 2023 team when they were the 6 seed and they played an up and coming Kings squad who was a 3 seed that year,
Yeah,
and they went 7 and then ultimately lost to the Lakers in the second round. But I mean, obviously, the Warriors are a better team than that team.
yeah. And
This time around,
I'd say the Rockets are a better team than that Kings squad.
definitely. So it is a little bit interesting, but obviously we'll talk about it later. But the Wolves and Lakers, I don't think the Warriors have what it takes to beat those teams, whichever one comes out of that series in a 7-game series, especially in a semifinal that they're not going to have home court advantage in, because they're the 7 seed, so they'd play either a 6 or a 3 seed. And I mean, obviously, if they get to the conference finals, I don't think they're going to win anyways. So it is kind of a far fetched thing just to have them in the conference finals. So I've seen so many people on like Twitter and TikTok and Instagram pushing Golden State propaganda where it's like, yeah, but nobody picked Jimmy Butler and the Heat to go to the conference
Yeah,
finals in 2023.
yeah.
And then now he has Steph Curry. So I guess from that perspective, you can kind of see where they're
It's
coming from.
completely different rosters, different conferences. You can't,
Yeah.
you really can't. It's comparing apples to oranges at the end of the day. It's
Yeah.
different.
You can compare it, but you can see where they're coming from with it. I just don't personally buy
Yes
it.
and no. Yes and no.
Yeah.
But this Rockets team, switching to the other team, the Rockets just looked lost that day. I mean,
Yeah, but at the
watching
same
the game
time,
back, they need performance out of Jalen Green. They need production out of Jalen Green. And
yeah,
that's why I
100%.
picked the Warriors in this series. The Rockets don't have a go-to guy. Jalen Green is not a go-to guy in the series. When Jalen Green isn't scoring, he has no impact on the court. He doesn't do
Yeah,
anything positive for the team when he's not scoring or when he's not on fire. And he
yeah,
hasn't. That's how he's been since his rookie year. He hasn't made progression. He hasn't taken a leap. He hasn't taken a playmaking leap. Even more importantly, he hasn't taken an efficiency leap. And the Rockets are just without that guy.
yeah. I'm trying to look at his plus minus right now. His plus minus was 5 for the game. He only had 7 points in 31 minutes of action.
And then
But
look at the
honestly,
efficiency.
you look down at the entirety of the team, though. I mean, you can't really say a lot given their most experienced playoff guy is Fred VanVleet, which yeah, he's a leader, veteran leader.
NBA
Um,
champ.
yeah, NBA champ, and you can't put that. Yeah, I mean, you can't even laugh at that. Like he won that shit fair
No,
and square.
yeah, no.
But like at the same time, it's like they're a young ass team. Um, but I definitely think that what's gonna push them to be better in these next, I mean, obviously next game 2 tomorrow, is how well Ime Udoka is gonna coach them. And like obviously he coached them yesterday. They probably had practice. They have practice today, I'm assuming. And then obviously going into tomorrow's game, I think they'll be ready for it. Definitely, I think they'll be ready for it. Udoka's obviously um came out earlier this week that he's a Coach of the Year finalist. So you can say what you want about him off the court, but when he is between those lines, I mean, he's a great coach, great motivator, great schemer, and he'll get them ready for it. I'm not saying that they're going to be guaranteed to win that game because obviously it's going to be a shootout, but I think they're going to put out a better showing than they did in game one, definitely.
Yeah, and to me, this is one of the more interesting games in the first round. One of the more interesting series in the first round because I just like the way these two match up. They're both amazing defensive teams. They both play unique styles of basketball. I mean, obviously the Warriors are a motion and shooting based offense, whereas the Rockets are just we're going to put two bigs on the court and we're gonna beat you through getting offensive boards.
Yeah.
And I don't know. This just is electric to me. The history in this tie. I mean, Steph Curry always lighting up the Rockets.
Mm-hmm.
I think if the Warriors are to win this series, I don't know what the city of Houston's going to do to Steph Curry. I don't know what Houstonians are going to say about Steph Curry that hasn't already been said, but yeah, no, this has the potential in the makings of an all-time great series.
Oh, 100%. And I think also, I mean, we kind of saw it in their last matchup of the regular season, almost a month ago, a couple weeks ago, where it got a little, feisty and heated there. Obviously, we didn't see that in game one, but I think just because it's game one, it's kind of opened the doors.
Draymond Green and Dillon Brooks are on the same court.
Yeah,
Draymond Green and Dillon Brooks are on the same court. That's all you gotta know.
And they're both playing over 35 minutes a game.
Yeah, no, that's all you gotta know about the series.
Yeah, so obviously you're not gonna see it in game one of a series. You kind of want to get your feet in the water in that game, but game two, I'm expecting some fireworks out of that game and on that court. So it'll be interesting game to watch. Definitely, I think that'll probably be the game to watch tomorrow.
The Bucks Pacers game just started. The Bucks are walking out in these warm up jerseys that say "Win for Cream City," bro.
Oh my god! Are there actually?
Bro,
wait.
Bro, I looked over and I had to start laughing, bro.
Wait, what?
They're wearing like these cut-off warm-up shirts that say "Win for Cream City," bro.
Oh, the green ones?
Yeah, the green ones. They're not the color of the Cream City jerseys, but they say "Win for Cream City."
Jesus Christ. Oh my god, dude. Bro, I would understand it if they were in Milwaukee, but they're playing in Indiana.
Yeah, no.
Like, what? Oh my god. That's all time right there, actually.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to cop one of those shirts. I ain't gonna lie.
Jesus.
I'm gonna need a Dame Time Cream City warm-up shirt from this game, man. Oh my. Well, that's something. Anyways, shifting our attention over back to the Eastern Conference. Had a pair of games in this series already. Last night was a great game. Pistons and Knicks. Now this one has written all over it upset alert for the Knicks.
Yeah, no. Like, shout out Preston, because Preston was talking about we make it to the next round, we're gonna have to play the Celtics, man. I don't want to play the Celtics. I'm like, next round? He's talking about the next round?
Bro, y'all dropped 1 of 2 at home, bro.
Detroit, bro. Where are you going, Detroit?
Bro, exactly. We even mentioned this last week on our last episode when we were making our predictions. We was like, yo, Detroit's no pushover team, bro. They will get you when you least expect it. And honestly, game one,
especially a Knicks squad like this, like
yes, dude. And game one, they showed glimpses of it where they could fight back a little bit. They had the lead late in the fourth quarter. They were up by 6, but obviously in that situation, the Knicks went to Brunson. And he delivered.
As you do. I mean, Jalen Brunson's such a special talent. What did he have, like 38 last night?
I think so. It was something close to that.
It was like 38. And on that final play for Mikal Bridges, he drew so much attention defensively. It just opened up the floor entirely for Mikal Bridges to get that wide open shot. Where
we were talking about it last night when we were walking.
Yeah, no, that's Jalen Brunson right there.
Yeah,
he's an amazing, like, all-time great, borderline all-time great offensive engine, and that's Allen Iverson 2.0. I've said it too many times. He's quite literally Allen Iverson 2.0.
Damn, rattled in. That was a 2K green right there by Aaron Nesmith. No, but yeah, 100%. I think that final play was a great play that was drawn up. And Bridges just has to knock down that shot. Unfortunately, it didn't. It's not going to go your way all the time. But we were talking about last night where you watch his game winner from the Portland game a couple months ago. That play was a lot different, or not different, but it was a lot more difficult. Yeah. He only had 2.5, 3 seconds to get a shot off, to dribble and get a shot off. This one, he was wide open. Didn't even have to dribble. He just caught it, lined it up, wide open on the top of the key, which is right where you want it for a game-winning or game-tying shot, and he just missed it. I mean, obviously, you're not going to make all your shots, but that's one that you really want to have back if you can, you want to make next time you shoot that. But
exactly.
Shout out to the Pistons, man. I mean, Cade Cunningham was going off. Dennis Schroeder came up clutch late for them, push it to a 6-point game before Bridges' potential game-winning shot or game-tying shot. I mean, they kind of they stuck around there. They didn't have the lead for a lot of the game, but they stuck around there, kept it close around 7 or 8 points, and then when it was time, they just stepped on the gas in New York, couldn't do anything about it. And it's surprising how a team like the Pistons, where they're not reliant on their offense. Obviously, they have offensive production out of Cade Cunningham. Malik Beasley can shoot from the three. Dennis Schroeder can get you a bucket when he wants. But they're relying on defense and how they can win you the game in the areas that aren't measurable, and hustle and just grit and grind stats and stuff like that. And how they can go into a place like Madison Square Garden, where that's another factor that a lot of teams don't have, which is the crowd energy. And the energy was kind of dead when they kind of went on their runs to close the gap and then ultimately win the game. And MSG was stunned, honestly.
Well, that's how you win. That's how you win at MSG. You take the crowd out of it. You take the fans out of it at MSG. And this Knicks team is very beatable, especially against good teams. Yeah. When your team is clicking, you could beat this Knicks team. Any team in the league could really beat this Knicks team.
Yeah, 100%. And obviously, I don't think Cat came up huge down the stretch either. He kind of disappeared. He really did. I mean, I didn't watch a ton of the game, but when I did watch it towards the end of the game, like, he could not. He couldn't win his battle against Jalen Duren down low. Couldn't get a board offensively. And obviously, Jalen Duren is one of the best rebounders in the league, but you want to put up some sort of fight, especially when you're Cat and you can stretch the floor and you can move like you do on the offensive end. I mean, that's what I want to see more. But, I mean, here's another game. I mean, Game 2 went to Detroit. It's tied 1-1 going back to Detroit. And we talked about it just now. MSG is one of the most – we talked about it last week too. MSG is one of the most raucous crowd in the league. But now you go to Detroit, who hasn't seen a playoff game since 2019. But even 2019 was against the number 1 seed Bucks. So it's really like their first chance of winning the playoff series since something like 2009.
Dude, I absolutely love. Have you been seeing all the videos of Pistons fans reacting to their first playoff win since 2008? It's been beautiful, man. It's been absolutely beautiful.
It is, and
that's what I love about sports.
Yeah, and I mean, you go back to that crowd, Detroit's gonna be rocking. I mean, I'm gonna refer to the Detroit Lions when they've had their first playoff game in years. And I mean, that crowd was energetic and pumped the whole game, and it just means something more for Detroit because they haven't seen something like this in a while. And this is kind of how it was for the Knicks in like 2021 and like 2023. But now it's flipped. Now you got to go and experience something that you really haven't seen in the playoffs in a while. And I'm gonna say this right now. I think Detroit's gonna have a better crowd than New York.
I'm really intrigued by that. By better crowd, do you mean better crowd of Pistons fans or better crowd of Knicks fans? Because I know Detroit's big, which making this big push not to sell tickets to Knicks fans, but we've seen how Knicks fans can absolutely take over arenas. And I wouldn't put it past New Yorkers to make the trip up to Detroit.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think we already talked about this too off camera, but I don't think it matters in this one. I think definitely in Game 3, maybe Game 4, you might see it more. Actually, it doesn't matter. I think one of them will be more Detroit based. Another one might be a little bit more Knicks based. I don't know which one is going to be. But I mean, I'm ready to see the Detroit crowd. I really want to see them, and I haven't really experienced watching a Detroit crowd in the playoffs for NBA.
Yeah,
basically my lifetime. So I really, obviously, you hear about the stories of the Malice of the Palace and how that got a little out of hand and stuff like that.
Yeah,
obviously, don't want to see something like that, but you've heard stories of it, and I'm excited to see it. That's what playoff basketball is all about, and yeah. And then, the big question is, what happens if Detroit wins their 2 at home?
Detroit wins their 2 at home.
I think they win in 6.
I think they win the series. Yeah, no.
Yeah, and then what happens with New York? They just go back to the drawing board. It's sad to see, honestly.
New York's in a terrible situation because they went all in for the wrong player. They went all in on Mikal Bridges.
Yeah,
And then going off the back of that, they lost the Karl-Anthony Towns trade.
yeah,
Because Cat just wasn't the guy to put this team over. Neither was Mikal. Jalen Brunson's just it's so good, and it sucks that I feel like his prime is really going to be wasted with a team that can't get over the hump.
yeah. It's going to be kind of like
team that's
Embiid.
not good enough to get over the hump.
It's going to be like Embiid. He's not going to make a conference finals in the next couple years. I don't think so. The Cavs and Celtics are miles ahead of them. The Pistons are obviously on the come up right now. The Pacers are on the fringe of being better than them. It's just going to be a bit weird.
They arguably are. I mean,
yeah,
Pacers are arguably better.
Yeah, and then obviously I don't know about the Bucks, but like they're not so far behind. That's a different story for another day. But
the Bucks franchise is a mess, bro. And their GM, their ownership, terrible. I wouldn't put the Bucks above the Knicks, but
yeah, but there's definitely teams that like a bunch of teams that are under them right now that you would put over them right now. I mean, Pistons and Pacers are the ones that stick out to me right now.
Don't stick out to me, but
a healthy Magic team that could stay healthy for the whole season was better than them this season.
Maybe if KCP figures out how to shoot again.
Yeah, I mean Franz and Suggs and them were going off this year. Banchero wasn't healthy for a while, so I mean you look at them too. And then in the coming years, you might see Cooper Flagg in the Eastern Conference, and you don't know what team's going to build around him too. So looking for the future. I'm not saying
San Antonio or the East. San Antonio or the East. We don't need any more talent out in the West. There's too much talent out in the West.
Oh, I know. Like, could you imagine if Utah gets Cooper Flagg? Like,
imagine it's gonna happen. Like what?
Like genuinely though, like imagine. that means that every single team would be playoff worthy in my eyes if it stays like that in the next couple of years. Not saying next year, but like there would be definitely a bunch of teams that would be playoff worthy.
Are you saying like playoff worthy or play in worthy? Because I think a lot of those teams like,
they'll all be competing. I mean, they'll all be competing.
You're a big Blazers guy.
I think their trajectory is pretty good if they can get a couple pieces.
I think Donovan Clingan's one of, if not the best rookie in this class.
Yeah,
not the best rookie either, but
it's interesting. Yeah, kind of went on a little bit of the deviated path there.
Side tangent.
Yeah.
Flag, please go to the East or San Antonio.
Yeah. On the contrary, the Western Conference playoffs, Clips Nuggets. That was a game that we saw last night too. They have 2 games already done with that series. That was a hell of a game last night too.
Dude.
Oh my goodness. James Harden and Kawhi Leonard just went nuts. Jamal Murray disappeared in crunch time.
I'm upset that I missed the ending of softball, man. That was such a good game.
Yeah, but oh my god. I mean, Kawhi playing like this at this level, we talked about it before in the past. I don't know when we did, but we said if Kawhi is playing like this, I mean, the Clippers are a really good team and they're hard to stop. I mean, Kawhi is an all-generational defensive player. Harden is an all-generational scorer. And then you have guys like Norman Powell and Ivica Zubac who kind of went under the radar this season. And, I mean, you put that team together and they're healthy for a series, you can compete, as we just saw last night, with the reigning 2-time MVP, 3-time MVP.
No, absolutely. And Zubac is one of the better guys to have on Jokic. Not saying there's a great guy to have on Jokic, but Zubac is one of the better guys out there.
Oh, 100%.
And I love the game just because Kawhi Leonard, don't really like the guy for some reasons. He showed why he's an all-time great playoff performer, despite his injuries, despite him being in and out of the lineups these last few playoffs. He showed that he's still an all-time great shot maker when it comes to playoff time.
Yep.
And it was beautiful basketball. I love to see it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was just a great game all around. And then, obviously, you have Christian Braun, who just, again, missed a good look for the game. Missed it, and then Jokic kind of threw up a little Hail Mary shot at the end. But the Nuggets, the Clippers hung on at the end of the game. They were up by 6. Then the Nuggets cut it down to 2, and then they kind of went back up by 4. And I think it's all credit to Kawhi Leonard. He really kept that team focused and was like, this is the goal. We got to win this game. And then they flipped home court. And then I'm going to say the same question. I asked you from the Pistons Knicks game. I was like, what happens when the Clippers win their next 2 at home?
Clippers win their next 2 at home.
I mean, could you see the Nuggets coming back in that series down 3-1?
I could. I honestly could, because I think this is a very evenly matched series. But then again, I also picked Clippers in 6, so I could see the Clippers finishing it out.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think it'd be interesting. Obviously, we talked about it last episode too when we were making our predictions. We're like what kind of effect does the wall have into a dome?
I
think it's gonna be a big one.
I feel like it's very plastic, like compared to fan sections in Europe. But
Yeah.
I've seen the stats behind the wall since, and it's
Yeah.
quite effective in shooting percentage and team winning percentage. The wall is
Yeah.
actually quite effective, and who knows? I'm interested to see it in the playoffs. I'm really interested to see it in the playoffs.
Me too. And I think that could be a big factor going into game 3 and 4. And I mean, if Clippers win their next 2 at home, I think that's obviously you have the MVP on the Nuggets side, and you have all-time playoff riser in Jamal Murray. I think it'll be interesting to see how they kind of claw back if they lose their next 2 on the road. And then going to a game that we're literally watching right now is Pacers Bucks.
Yep. I keep side-eyeing the game. I know it's fairly obvious. So like, I'm trying to watch the game.
I'm watching it too. But I mean, game 1, Indy came out firing on all cylinders. The Bucks didn't really lead for much of that game, and then the Pacers kind of took control of that game down the stretch.
Yeah.
Obviously that was the opener of the playoffs, so I was tuned into that. And
also the NBA TV series.
Yeah, it is the NBA TV series. It's always
deservingly so. I'd say.
Yeah, it's always the Bucks and the NBA TV series. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Happened in 2023. Happened Did it happen last year?
It feels like it's happened like almost every year, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But
yeah. It is kind of funny though. It's kind of reminding me like
wow. I think that's the role, man. NBA TV series.
100%. But I mean, obviously we're watching this game right now. I haven't really watched a lot, but Milwaukee's down 9 currently. I don't know what Lillard's looking like, but my question before
he hasn't had much impact on the game so far.
Yeah, I mean, understandably, his first game back after having a fucking blood clot. Like, I mean, I was gonna ask you like, what do you look forward to seeing tonight out of Dame? Obviously, coming off that injury scare and that fast rehab.
Much. I wouldn't expect much, but I'd look for him to have an impact. I mean, we saw him talk. We saw him talking smack to Tyrese Halliburton.
I was gonna say that too.
Last game. I mean, he's motivated. He's very clearly motivated. He's coming out to play so soon after being cleared. He's very clearly motivated, and I'd look for him to have a big impact on this series one way or another.
Yeah, I just don't think it happens tonight. I think it's going to come to the next game.
Yeah, I think next game or two. There's going to be one game where he finds his rhythm and he finds his groove. And everybody's oh my God, can the Bucks win this series? And then the Pacers go and win the series.
Yeah, I think we talked about it last episode where we were talking about Dame's timetable, injury return timetable, and we're like, well, if he's ready by game 2, the pros and cons of it are like obviously he's coming back from injury, so you wouldn't expect much of an impact in game 2. Obviously, he was ruled out for game 1 before the start of the series. But going into game 2, I think this is like your chance to play him to get some reps under his feet coming off the injury. Not really make an impact. Obviously, you're on the road too, so it's going to be harder to win anyways. But at least you're not starting him game 3 right off the bat and expecting a win and high production out of him. At least you can get one game under him. Possibly, maybe if you win the game, then it's good for you. But if you don't win, then you're down 2-0, but you're going back home, and that's what the upside is of it. And you have Dame who played a game at least to get his feet wet and in this playoff series. So I think that's what their idea is. They don't need him to have a big impact. But then obviously you already mentioned it. Like I was going to, he was shit talking Tyrese Halliburton at the end of game 1, and he was like, "Yeah, don't mess with me. Like doing my situation, all that kind of stuff. Like I'm gonna come for your ass. Like be ready." And I think it's gonna happen in game 3. Not tonight. I think it's gonna happen in games 3 and 4 when they go back home.
Side note: did you watch that lob to Obi Toppin? Did you see that?
I did. That shit was nuts.
Well, oh my God. They're catching them on a switch like that. That was beautiful.
Yeah,
that was beautiful. That was
13.
Beautiful execution from Andrew Nembhard and Obi Toppin.
Yeah. Oh my dude, Indy's defense right now is just swarming. Now they have a 4-on-2 break. Oh my goodness! Look at Hallie. Oh my goodness! What the Hallie Burton? Anyways, another game that's gonna happen tonight. Unfortunately, we got to talk about this one. Wolves Lakers game 1. Yeah, Jesus fuck, we could not get a board to save our life. I'm going a little bit of a rant here. Yeah, Jackson Hayes is obviously not the best center in the league, but god damn, can you box somebody out? They shot 41 threes, so obviously you know this is something that you learn in high school, middle school. Long shot, long rebound. Don't sit underneath the fucking hoop if you know it's gonna be a long rebound. Like, come on, like what are we doing here? You're one of the taller, most athletic players in the league at your height. You can probably jump for those balls too, but that doesn't just go to Hayes. I'm not just dissing him. I'm talking to the whole team because it's like you see. I'm gonna go off what I saw in that game. Rui Hachimura and like Jared Vanderbilt and all of them are crashing the boards so close to the paint that when they shoot 41 threes, you're going to have 41 rebounds that go out to the mid-range in the post area, not just under the paint. They're not high bounces. They're going to launch off that rim if they're misses. So that's something that you need to clean up, obviously. I'm mad about that because every time I looked up, it was just offensive board from Minnesota. And obviously, yeah, they have Rudy Gobert and guys that are athletic that can get those balls and boards, but you got to do a little bit better. And then obviously, a question that I have for game 2 tonight before this game is, can Minnesota keep up their high 3-point production in game 2? I don't think so. I don't think a team is going to go 21 to 40 something or 28 to 40 something in a playoff game and then keep that up the next game. Obviously, you have to be worried about that.
I think they can. I'm not saying they're going to break records again, but
I know.
They've been an all-time great 3-point shooting team this year. It's led by an all-time great 3-point shooting season from Anthony Edwards, and I wouldn't be shocked that if they did keep this up.
Oh, I'm not going to be shocked, but I think the Lakers obviously are going to be wary about it and take them away a lot more because they literally just were playing hands down almost the whole game, and that's what ballooned the lead to 30 at one point for Minnesota. They went on like a 20-something to 2 run.
Yeah.
Like twice. So that's what ballooned the lead. So obviously, I trust JJ Redick as a head coach. He's obviously a 3-point shooter, so he knows what it feels like to be a 3-point shooter in that situation in the playoffs. So I trust him to like get them ready and like be like, yo, like you got to close out better with better like whatever. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm excited to see. But yeah, if the Lakers lose tonight, then I will be heartbroken because we're not winning the series if that happens.
Fair enough.
And also, I think the thing is, like, you got to get one on Minnesota on the road, too.
Hey, shout out Minnesota's playoff crowd. We saw them last year. They
wear
their shirts. They wear their shirts, man.
Yeah.
Shout out LA for not wearing their shirts.
Yeah, I don't really care. That's whatever.
Yeah.
But another thing is that I've kept seeing is, like, obviously as Lakers propaganda, and that's all that I get fed into my brain sometimes.
Yeah, bro, you be sending Lake Show Yo tweets to the group chat. Like,
I sent one, bro. Chill the fuck out.
That's.
Well, obviously I'm gonna fill my head with Lakers propaganda, like I'm sure every fan of a team does. Delusional people sometimes.
I don't listen to propaganda. I would never. There's no reason. Bro. There's no reason to listen to propaganda about the San Antonio Spurs.
You're a Cowboys fan. That's besides the point. But like I've seen so much stuff about how Anthony Edwards did the little like whatever Spider-Man emote. It was hella tough. I'm not gonna lie. The one we pointed at Luka, but I'm like, damn, Luka's just gonna get like awakened and he might drop 40 for the rest of the series.
So, but that's the thing. He was on one in game 1. Y'all still.
Oh no, yeah, you can't. Like you have to respect that. That it was tough as shit. We could not stop him, so he was definitely on one. He has every right to do that. But dude, to Luka, yeah, you woke up a beast, bro. Like damn, like I feel sorry for you. You can't do anything about it if he drops 40 tonight. So.
Bro, like, what do you mean woke up a beast? Like, he was already good the first game. It's not like he had a bad game or something. Like,
nah,
that's not the right phrasing.
Wasn't good enough. Maybe the whole team. Maybe the whole team's gonna wake up.
Braun or Austin Tyler Reeves to have a better.
Fuck, that's why I'm wearing his jersey right now. Luka right here, but we just need a good game. I'm saying I'm on the team. I don't give a fuck, but
maybe he wakes up Jackson Hayes to have a better game. Maybe I'll wake up Alex Len and Gabe Vincent.
Vincent needs to shoot better. I don't mind him shooting 3 or 4 threes a game, but he's got to knock down at least 2 of them.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think Gabe Vincent's just really streaky at this point in his career.
Yeah.
If he's cold this series, then y'all could be in trouble at times.
Yeah. But the one thing I want to shout out is Jared Vanderbilt played great defense. And obviously in a series like this with Minnesota where Edwards is that type of guy is not scared to open his mouth, I think Vanderbilt's going to be like kind of like one of those X factors, if you will, to be like to match that level of intensity and energy and kind of greediness that the Wolves play with. So I think he's going to be huge in this series, and I think I really liked what I saw in Game 1 with him. He was the primary defender on Edwards, but he switched on to Randall a lot. And we talked about it too.
I think you have to imagine this series is personal to him almost. I wanted to bring it up just because.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Vando being a former Wolf, you have to imagine he knows these guys very well, and
he
this
does.
is personal to him. He's played these guys so many times in practice. This series is personal to him. So
yeah, and I also think that like we talked about it, Randall's like one of the biggest playoff droppers, and he was a big reason why they shot so well from the field in Game 1. And that's another thing that I just don't trust to continue throughout the series. Maybe when they go back home, it'll bump up to that level. But obviously in this game, this game alone isn't one that Minnesota has to win either. They already flipped home court advantage. So for them, they can take the breaks off this game, and then pump it back up, get some rest for right now, and then pump back up when they go home. So I think that'll be interesting to see if Minnesota comes out firing. Obviously, you have Anthony Edwards, who's the most competitive guy in the league, in my opinion. So he's not going to back down from any challenge. But if the game gets out of hand, I don't think they're going to be like one of those teams to like try to claw back from a 25-point deficit in the third quarter in this game at least. So I think it'll be interesting to see. And I think if Minnesota drops 1 of 2 at home, I think honestly if LA is going to win tonight just because of what I just said. So if it's 1-1 going back to Minnesota, if Minnesota drops 1 of 2 at home, I can see the series going in the distance to 7.
Yeah, no, I really could see the series being a home team wins if it gets to that point where it's 2-2.
Yeah, where it kind of just becomes a best of 3 series at that point. That'll be that. I think if it goes 1-1 at each site in the first 4 games, I think if it goes 2-2, I think we're in for like one of the most competitive like scenes in basketball, at least this season and for a while. Like you have Anthony Edwards on one team who we saw him in a Game 7 last year and he went nuts, ultra competitive. And then you have LeBron on the other side who, if it goes to a Game 5 and Game 6, that boy's not going to back down from any challenge. And obviously Luka, who's just a playoff killer.
I was going to say, not to mention Luka Doncic. I mean, come on.
Yeah. And then obviously even on the other side of the ball, I think Rudy Gobert really has a chip on his shoulder where he's like, I'm done getting memed on, even though I really want to see him get switched on to again with Luka. So yeah, but I think it's going to be a fun series. I'm excited for the game tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this is definitely one of the best series in the first round. It was so tough for me to pick because I like the Wolves. I like how they match up with the Lakers, but it's just that factor of having Luka Doncic, man. Such a special playoff performer, all-time great playoff performer.
Yeah, definitely.
It's hard for me to pick against him. So,
speaking of Luka, this has literally nothing to do with the playoffs. But did you see the Jordan ad or Jordan commercial on YouTube of the trial of Luka Doncic?
I saw that, but I didn't watch it all the way through.
That shit is fire as hell. It's not a diss to anybody, Nico Harrison, or anything like that. It's more to promote his shoes, and I think that's what's really cool about it. But the fact that it's set in a courthouse, and obviously one of the bigger sayings in court is order in the court, and to promote people buying the shoes that keep saying order, like order the shoes now, I think is a little cool thing. Something I just noticed. But if you haven't checked it out, go watch that. I think that's really cool. But yeah, shout out Luka. I love him that way.
That's hard to know, but I still ain't buying no Luka Doncic shoes, bro. Like,
bro, I really might. They're not even that bad of a shoe, bro. They look pretty cool.
Glaze.
Bro, they genuinely don't look that bad.
Bro, next shoes, I gotta cop Book Ones, bro. Have you seen the Chevy partnership, bro? Like,
actually,
it's so tough, bro. Look at Book's most recent Twitter post. It is so tough. The kicks, the merch, the shirts, the hats, everything. It is so tough, bro.
Oh, the yellow ones?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, it's hard.
They have different colorways too, bro. They're so tough.
Bro, he just announced new ones too.
I know, like those. I gotta get me some book ones. Those are next on the list.
95 Phoenix? Oh my god.
I know, bro.
Whew. Fuck, man. But what's kind of weird is I don't know why he's putting so many different colorways and stuff into book
Mm.
ones. Like, why not just release book twos at this point?
Nah, I'm fine with it though, because the book ones are so hard. I'm
Oh,
fine with it.
I'm not saying I'm mad about it, but I feel
Speaking
like what are you gonna do with the book twos? Just redo
speaking
the
of shoes,
colorways?
I know the Grizzlies like didn't have a great game. Let's just say that. But did you see Ja
Nah.
debut the Ja threes?
Yeah, bro. Oh my god, those are
Those are
hard.
tough, bro. Those are so tough.
Those are hard, bro.
Nike's coming back, bro.
Yeah.
Nike's making a stand. Like they see Shea out here, they see Ant out here, they see Harden. They're making a
Nah.
comeback.
Yeah. Like, damn. Obviously, they came back with the Sabbies for the past couple years, but now they got Book, Ja.
I feel like Savvy really revived Nike in a way. Like
Oh,
obviously,
100%,
obviously
bro.
they had KD, they got Braun. Obviously, you got your Nike guys, you got Giannis, but
Yeah.
Savvy really revived the game. Like it's people don't talk
Yeah.
about it enough.
Yeah. Do you consider like Jordan part of Nike kind of?
Not really, not really modern day shoes wise, because I think Jordan shoes take like
Hella big inspiration
their
from
own
Jordans.
direction. They take their own direction
Yeah.
when it comes
So I'm saying like
in
even
regards to
Tatum
shoes.
and Luca and them, like they're also part of that too. Isn't Zion part of Jordan too?
Ooh,
Yeah, it's getting a little heated right there.
ooh.
Yeah, yeah.
Where's James Johnson?
He got voted least likely or least player I least want to fight for in the league. Fight against in the league. Did you see that in the players
Oh,
poll?
that's why he has that's why he has a roster spot. Like, come on.
Bro, exactly. You see also Halliburton got rated over or got voted most overrated. I think that's kind of crazy.
I think that's crazy, and I think it's just because players don't like him. Like at the end of the
Yeah.
day, that's
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have trivia for me or did you not do that yet?
I got it. So
You got it?
watching the replay of the fight.
All right, I'm gonna lock in on this trivia real quick.
All right, let's close out the episode strong. Now we did all rookie teams.
Yeah. Oh shit.
I'm gonna step up. All defensive second teams for the last 5 years.
What the fuck?
Second team, so good but not great defenders. That's what you got to be thinking of.
Okay.
All right, do you want to start? Do you want to start 2024 or 2020?
I want to start 2024 because I know 2024 was like the year that it was like all guards the second team. So I know like was Holiday one of them?
Yeah, first one.
Shit, bro. I'm hold on. I gotta lock in on this one. I'm turning the game off. Hold on. Gotta lock in.
There you go. There you go.
I know it was like basically all guards. I'm trying to figure out who the other guard was that was like complaining about it. I don't know why I'm blanking on him.
Let me know if you want hints.
Was there a big in this second team?
No.
2024?
No.
Okay.
Closest thing to a big was there was a wing.
Was it Herb Jones?
No.
Was it Dyson?
No.
Dyson came on the team this year, didn't he?
You're very familiar with this player at the current moment.
Fuck, man. Oh, JD McDaniels. Fuck.
Yeah. So he's the wing.
McDaniels, yeah.
The rest are guards.
Yeah. I'm trying to like go down like I don't know why this year's so fuzzy for me. Smart got injured this year. Let me try to do a little bit without hands real quick. Was Dylan Brooks one of them?
No.
What? Was Anthony Simons one of them?
No.
Like it's a horrible guess. I'm not gonna lie.
One of them has been very injured this year.
Very injured.
It's been detrimental to his team's success.
Jalen Suggs, was he one of them?
Yep.
Okay, that makes sense.
Sit there.
Oh, damn. Who was good last year? Fuck, was Lou Dort one of them? Was there a Thunder on the second team?
Not last year, but Thunder from this year.
Was Caruso one of them?
Yep.
Okay, that makes sense.
You're missing one. You're missing one.
Oh, okay.
Might not be your first thought when you think of defense, but he's a great defender, and he deserves this.
I'm trying to go down the list of teams that made headways. Davion Mitchell.
What?
I don't know why.
What kind of guess was that?
I don't know why he came to my mind.
There are some pretty outlandish names once you get down this list. You're gonna have some fun with this.
Okay. I'm trying to who the fuck was the second seed last year? Was it the Nuggets? Or was it the Nuggets? Nuggets didn't have any fucking.
He was from a 1 seed. The last guy was from a 1 seed last year.
Was it? I already said Holiday. Derek White, he made it?
Yep.
Oh, so there were 2 Celtics. Okay.
Yeah. All right. That's 2024 off the list. On to 2023.
Okay. Marcus Smart won Defensive Player of the Year that year, right? Or was that the? Oh, that's the year.
Right here.
That's your 4. Yeah. This is Jaren. No.
Wait.
Who fuck won DPOY this year?
Was it?
No, because Smart won when they went to the finals.
Okay. That's what I was thinking.
Gobert was last year. Triple J was the year before.
This was
So this is Trip J's year. So it's not Trip J. It's probably not Gobert.
You got one big in this lot. Actually, you got 2 bigs. I'm sorry. You got 2 bigs.
Is Mobley one of them?
Nope.
Is
both of them arguably would be first team caliber defenders. Not arguably. They both are first team caliber defenders.
Anthony Davis this year, right?
Nope.
Was he first team that year? Fuck. He was first team that year. Damn. Defense is not my strong suit. Fuck. Evidently. Oh, no, this isn't Chet's here. Fuck. Damn. I'm really. Was Bam Adebayo this year?
Yep.
Okay.
That's one of the bigs who's
one of the 2 bigs.
Who's first team caliber.
Was Holiday on this team? Was Smart on this team?
No, neither of them were.
Was Derek White on this team?
Derek White was on this team.
Okay. I
was about to say wrong Celtic. There was a name you mentioned in the first list that is on this team.
Jesus Christ, I don't remember who the fuck was in that first guesses.
He played for a different team. He does now. He's a guard.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. It's not Caruso. Was it Caruso?
No.
Fuck, who the fuck did I just I just went down a whole list of names that I can't think of who the fuck I said. Wait, did I Davion Mitchell?
He's out that's an outlandish guess, but he's not on this list. I'm just saying he's not going to be a guess.
Oh, Dylan Brooks. Was it this year?
Yep, Dylan Brooks.
Yeah.
Yep. Now you're missing 2 more.
Big?
One of them is you got a big and a wing. This wing plays for a different team than he did at the time he made this.
Okay. Andrew Wiggins?
No.
That probably would have been the year before, if he ever made it. I don't think he did though. Different team. Paul George?
No.
That's kind of when he was
same
on
conference.
Defense.
Same conference, same division.
Who the fuck plays in Clippers division or Sixers division?
Sixers division.
Okay, that makes sense. Mikal Bridges?
No. Suni Lee.
Oh my god, I was literally about to say OG Anunoby.
I knew you were gonna get it. I knew you were gonna get it naturally. But I wanted to say this.
Jeez.
All right, you're missing one. You're missing the big.
Sorry.
Side
note: Did you see what Josh Hart said on his podcast about how they should have Suni Lee? He said that
Oh,
they should have Sudi Lee at every single playoff home game for MSG, so
that's
LG can
absurd.
drop 20.
That's
I
absurd.
was like, how do you say that shit in person, bro? Like, fuck.
That's absurd.
Other big. Is it Gobert? I feel like that's not his year that he was on second team. Other big.
Gobert was not on a single second team, so
Okay. Okay. Big boys, big boys, big boys.
He's a guy you'd really expect to be perennial first team. Like, this is a shock that he's on second team.
Really?
Yeah.
Why can't I just?
Well. You think he is deserving of DPOY?
AD?
No.
Oh, Evan Mobley?
No.
Jaren, this is Jaren's DPOY year.
He just gave you a layup.
Bro, holy fuck, why can I not think? Am I like dumb?
There's one very big name when it comes to playing the defensive side of basketball that you were missing. He plays point forward occasionally, brings the ball up the court a lot.
Is it LeBron?
No.
Why the fuck can I not?
The team would give it away like instantly.
Bro, why am I blanking? Hold on, no. I got this. Who the fuck plays point forward and is all defensive menace? Why am I so shit at this quiz?
One of the greatest defenders of this generation?
Kawhi Leonard?
No.
Draymond Green?
Draymond, bro. You were missing Draymond for so long, bro.
In that year?
Yes,
really?
In 23. Yeah, well, that was the Warriors. That's the year they matched up with the Kings in the playoffs. I mean,
okay, that makes sense. Oh my
god, that was the year after the chip. Like,
holy shit. Okay,
I didn't want to say Warriors because as soon as I almost said Warriors, I was like, he plays point forward for the Warriors. I was like, oh, he's gonna get that too easily.
Yeah, no, you would have seen me say Jonathan Kuminga or some shit.
Okay. Honestly, at the rate you were going, you might have said like Nemanja Bjelica or Otto Porter Jr. Like, Alex Smiley Beach.
Oh my god. Okay, 2022. This is the year that's smart one.
All right. Yeah, there are a lot of repeat guys here. One rando and 3 bigs.
Okay.
You said a lot of these guys before. Holiday's there.
Derek White.
Nope.
Evan Mobley.
Nope.
Rudy Gobert. No, you said no.
Nope.
Jared Allen, is he one of the randos?
Nope.
Or bigs? AD is just...
Nope. One of the randos you'll never guess.
Oh shit. Is Dylan Brooks this year? Marcus Smart?
Nope.
Smart one this year. He would be on first team. Dumb. Ooh. Bam?
Yep, Bam. I was gonna say 2 of the names from last were on the last list as well.
Okay, so that's Bam and Holiday, right?
No, Holiday wasn't on last year's list.
Oh, Bam and I said Draymond. I said, who the fuck else was I saying? I said
okay, I'll give it to you. Draymond's on the list.
Is it Draymond?
Yeah, Draymond's the other one.
Interesting.
You got 2 randos. You got 2 randos. They both. Funny enough, they both play for the Blazers right now. They both play for the Blazers.
Oh, what the fuck? Is it like? Is it?
They were both great defenders at this time. Neither can stay healthy, and they both play for the Blazers.
No way it's DeAndre Ayton.
No, come on.
Holy fuck.
Dominating was on first team, bro. Dominating doesn't do second teams. Come
Jesus Christ. What do you mean plays with do they play for them or just fucking injured?
They play for the Blazers.
Yeah, but they're injured probably, isn't there? Oh, fuck me. Okay, I need to think. Like, how random are they?
Not too random, but for this time frame, it makes sense. Like this time frame, it makes sense for them to be all defensive second team.
Okay, NBA 75. I'm trying to think of that year was the year that I basically tuned out because the Lakers were so shit. I'm not gonna lie.
One of the guys is in the finals this year.
Was in the final? Okay. Oh my God, Robert Williams.
Yep.
Oh my God, yes. He was so good that year. Holy fuck.
The other one, he was on a different team at this time. Wasn't on the Blazers.
All right, we'll come back to him then.
Struggled to make the Eastern Conference Finals. Let's just say that.
Okay, we'll come back to him. I'll wrap my brain around it later.
He's on this next list too. So
oh shit.
have fun.
Okay. Well, 2021 is the COVID year, correct?
Yep.
So is AD on here? Or was he injured too many times?
No.
Is LeBron on here?
No. You got some big names though. There's some big names on this.
Is
one name you've already said before.
As a good guess or like a?
No, you've already said they've been on this list multiple times.
Jrue Holiday again?
No.
Bam?
Yeah, Bam. You got two wings, a center, and a guard. The guard is the same player you didn't get last time.
Shit. Fuck me.
The two wings in the center are big names though, like massive names.
Was the big? Well, I already got Bam. That's already one big. The other big. This is Mobley's rookie year. There's no way it's him.
Yeah, it's not.
This is
all-time great.
Fuck me, all-time great. Why the fuck did I think of Dwight Howard?
Bro, I was like, how many other bigs could he think of that isn't this guy? And I was like, I know he's not going to say Jokic because Jokic obviously. And Dwight Howard just came to my mind. I was like, there's no way he says Dwight
Howard. I don't know why I thought of Dwight.
Bro. I mean, he was an all-time great defender at his peak, and he was in the league at this time. But actually, was this the year? I think he was on the same team as this guy this year. Or no, it was the year before.
Oh my god!
Yeah, he was on the same team as this guy. Yeah.
Is it Clint Capella?
No, in 2021, he was on the same team as this guy.
Wait, Marc Gasol?
No.
What the fuck? Oh, Embiid.
Yep, Embiid. Am I right? Dwight Howard was on the Sixers 21, right? And then he went back to the Lakers in 22.
Yeah, because Danny Green went with him, followed him to Philly. Who's this other big? Oh no, you said a wing and a guard.
You're done with the bigs. You got two wings and then the guard that you can't guess.
Two wings.
All-time great wings. We've mentioned both their names in this podcast already.
Kawhi Leonard is one of them, probably.
Yep. And then you're missing one.
We're gonna say Draymond Green this year.
Nope.
Mention their names. Paul George. No, nope. There's no way they had both. I'm looking at the fucking playoff bracket that we have right here on the doc. Nuggets, Pistons. There's no way.
Nobody from that series.
No way. Mikal?
No.
Oh, you just fucking said nobody from that series. Celtics, Magic, Thunder, Grizzlies, Heat, Cavs. The fuck was on that Cavs team? Who was on that Heat team? Butler was on that team. Was it? No, there's no way it was Butler. There's no fucking way. Was it Butler? No.
Yeah.
Actually? Yeah. There's no way.
Yeah, in 21, he was second team.
What the fuck? Bro, that was
You want to go for that guard?
No, I'm doing him last.
The Blazers guard who seems to elude your mind. There's so many things I could say that would give it away. So that would give it away so fast.
The Blazers guard, bro. Genuinely, I don't give a fuck about the Blazers. So like, nah, he's gonna be a podcast legend at this point if I leave him to the end. So we're gonna leave him to the end. So we're gonna go to 2019-20.
All right. 1920.
This is the year that I should know the most, probably. Is Marcus Smart here?
No.
Is Holiday here?
No.
He was still in New Orleans that year. There's no way.
There are two names that you've already said before and should be easy enough guesses. And then you've got three that just they might be head scratchers, but they all make sense. They're valid.
Is AD on this list this year?
No.
AD or LeBron?
This list.
Kawhi?
Yep, Kawhi's one.
Paul George. I think they had two Clippers that year. Oh, shit. Patrick Beverly?
That was on this list. That's one of the guys I think they needed to get.
Yeah, because I knew the Clippers had two. Pat Bev.
There's two from another team as well.
Two from another team. Who the fuck was good this year? The Celtics. Oh, is one of them OG and the other one Siakam?
No.
Oh damn! I feel like that would have been a good year to guess that.
Same conference. That is a good shout.
Is it Bam and Jimmy?
Bam is on this list, but Jimmy is not.
Okay, so is that the team that has the two?
You're missing the pair. You're missing the
pair. Fuck! I feel like I should know this.
One is a rim protecting center. The other one is a guard.
Jared Allen?
No.
Not that team. Fuck. Wait, that wasn't the year that he was traded to Cleveland, was it? He was still in Brooklyn that year.
No, he's still in Brooklyn.
Really? Is it Embiid and Simmons? That would have been fucking a throwback. Jesus Christ.
This one might be more of a throwback. I'm gonna be honest.
Eastern Conference. Who the fuck had that 1 seed that year?
One of them is playing right now, and that should give it away.
Is it Giannis and
No.
Oh, because he won D4 that year.
Yeah.
Miles Turner?
No.
Fuck me. Who the fuck? Kyle Kuzma?
No, you're straying further away, man.
Playing right now.
I feel like there's a very obvious name.
Brook Lopez. Oh, Brook Lopez. Oh my God. Yes.
Brook Lopez is the big. You're missing the guard.
Jesus Christ. Is it Eric Bledsoe?
Eric Bledsoe is the last name.
Holy shit. What the fuck? Why the fuck did he get second team all defense? Oh my God.
I know. That was one of the names that made me choose this as the topic. It's because I saw him there.
I need to see his stats real quick. Eric Bledsoe, 2019. Holy fuck. There's no way he was that good that year on defense. Bro, because he's like 4'11", bro. Oh, he's 6'1". Never mind.
Bro, the next name, you're still missing one more name.
Oh, the Blazers guard?
Yeah, you're still missing one name. Eric Bledsoe and this guy made me choose this as the trivia.
Jesus Christ. I really don't know. Wait, 2019?
Yeah, no, you're missing 22-21. He was on both these teams.
But he didn't play for the Blazers at that time, right?
No, he wasn't on the Blazers either of these years.
He's a guard?
Yeah.
My mind went to Jeremy Grant for some reason.
Guard/wing, I'd say.
Denny Avdija?
No.
Bro, I really don't know.
Denny Avdija actually plays for the Blazers.
I know, you're right.
You mentioned the duo last in the previous year that we were on, and he was on the same team as that duo.
Jesus Christ, I really don't know. Wait, I mentioned a duo pairing. Who was the duo pairing that I meant? Wait, now I'm trying to think of the duos. Don't tell me. I'm just trying to think of the duos. Oh my God, was it Matisse Thybulle?
There you go. That's the last one.
Holy shit.
Bro.
Oh my God, what the fuck?
I was gonna say I had one last ditch hint that would have given it away. I was gonna say Bubble Vlogs.
Yeah.
I know knowing the rate you were going this, you might have said JaVale McGee. JaVale McGee, Quinn Cook, I mean.
God, dude. There's no way. I need to check his stats now.
He was good this year. I mean, he was good around this time defending. He still is good defensively. He just can't do anything offensively, which is why he doesn't get minutes. But
Jesus Christ, because he was in Philly that year, wasn't he? Damn, man. Philly. Oh, that was his second season. Yeah, I mean Damn. I'm kind of confused as to how the fuck Eric Bledsoe got that though.
Yeah, no.
I don't think it was that. Probably. I mean, shit. He averaged 17. No, he was 14 that year. Jesus fuck. Okay, that's a good quiz. I hella butched that shit though, but like, it's okay. Defense isn't my strong suit. So,
Yeah.
damn.
No. All the other years don't have like that many randos like that. Like having Matisse and Bledsoe in there. Biggest if there is probably Kobe getting all defensive teams.
Bro, he wasn't even that bad of a defender. Like
he was not a good defender.
Yeah, but like in that era, who the fuck
tell
you put
good
in
people
there?
bad things.
When he won,
Tony Allen.
Like then and whatever the fuck
Like
it was.
I was living in the late 2000, like early 2010s.
Yeah, early 2010s. I can get. Yeah, no, I'm like back in like 04 to like 08, like he had to be a good defender, so I could see that. Like, yeah, I guess like the years around like the COVID year, the year that got canceled.
Weird things happen. We saw Jason Tate in the review.
Bubble
year. Even his third rookie of the year. Yeah,
like it gets a little shady there.
Weird times.
Yeah, and then now obviously with the 6'5" game rule, it's not gonna be the same too.
I hate it.
That's what I was trying to figure out. I was like, when did that rule come into effect?
We'd have it. Also, you should have thought about the rule about there having to be a set lineup, because that didn't go into effect until 2 years ago.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I was like, I know last year was all guards because they kind of like.
It was last year that went into effect.
Yeah, because I remember somebody complaining about it. I forgot who it was.
It's very valid. I think first, like, all NBA and all defensive should be the best 5 players.
Yeah.
Especially in modern day basketball.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be.
So yeah, that's good. But that was trivia. I'll have your trivia next week. Drafting will be on Thursday though. That'll be a good one. We'll have to figure out a topic for that one. But that was episode whatever the fuck we're on, 15. I have no idea what the scores of the games are right now, but I will tune in them. I hope the Lakers get it up tonight. If they don't, then I'll be crying on the podcast on Thursday. But that was episode 15 for y'all. We will see y'all. We went like an hour and 8 minutes. Yeah, we'll see y'all on Thursday. Peace out. Thank you for watching as always. Peace.